Hi Virgo. So I'm going to go ahead and pull some cards for you guys regarding this transit that just took place with Neptune um, entering Aries, as well as going ahead and talking about this upcoming transition with Neptune and Saturn conjuncting together in Aries at 0 degrees on February 17th. With that being said, this transit affects Earth signs a little bit differently. It's going to target subtle but not necessarily too subtle foundations, things around labor, money, value, stability. All right. And with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and pull some cards regarding Virgo in this transit. So, Spirit, once it comes down to Virgo, how is this transit, well, how are these transits going to affect Virgo going forward during this 14-year cycle? What should they expect? Queen of Cups, Lovers, Nine of Swords. Okay, let's talk about it. Okay, I'm going to start with this Nine of Swords energy, even though it's very informational for me to start at the end. I'm going to have to. It's not working anymore because things are falling apart. The things that you're used to doing, the things that you're used to getting, systems that you're used to working with, and how you're used to getting it, it's not working no more because it's outdated. And the systems around you, the world around you is changing. It's falling apart. Spirit is requiring you to take a new approach. Sit back, stop, think. Because it's time you're entering an era where you have to work smarter, not harder. We know that you're a Virgo, that you're going to work hard. Shit, I'm a Virgo. I know I'm going to work hard. Spirit is saying sit back and reflect on what it is for Virgo to necessarily make their labor not necessarily valuable, because we know that your labor is valuable, but make it worthwhile in which you're able to work in ways that you're not over giving or over exhausting or over exerting yourself. You're not putting too much into something that's not giving you anything back. With that being said, with this Nine of Swords to this Queen of Cups, your health, you're being called to pay more attention to your body, your health, your mind, the whole nervous system, your whole ecosystem in your body. You're, it's like I'm talking to Virgos who've been neglecting what exactly their body has been telling them or been saying to them just to make it the next day, just because you've been working too many hours, you've been putting in too much time in things and places and achievements that don't necessarily, not to say it doesn't serve you, but it's not necessarily more important than your health. Health is wealth. Health is wealth for you, Virgo. I'm doing that because I'm a Virgo. I'm a Virgo, and literally that's what I was taught in 2025, that health is definitely wealth. With that being said, your health and your energy are being demanded. You are being demanded. You're being called to structure more boundaries and more in ways that are not overgiving, that you don't burn out, and in ways that's more beneficial for you. Your discipline needs direction. Your discipline, yeah, we know that you're disciplined, but it needs to be more direction based and less self sacrificial. And Neptune is going to show you that. We know you are Virgo. We know you love to help your community. We know you love to help the people around you. We know you love to serve the people in your life. This transit is calling you out though. They want new ways of serving others, stepping back from an unhealthy acts of service, and healing through spiritual rest and hygiene. You're not taking care of your spiritual hygiene the way that you need to, Virgo. That's going to replenish you. Healing through rest and spiritual hygiene is going to actually be the backbone of not only of your health, but also in terms of what more you can do. You want to do it all and you can do it all, but you can't do it all if you're doing it all by yourself. You're not a martyr. You're not a martyr. People need to start meeting Virgo halfway, and if they can't meet you halfway, they have to go. Structures are changing, the world is changing, our society is changing. Things are changing. With that being said, you are changing, Virgo. With this Lovers here in the middle, you're being called to make a decision and make good decisions. Not to say that you don't make good decisions, but make good decisions that are long lasting. That's not going to keep you in circles, running, chasing after your tail. Stop thinking for the short term, Virgo. Start thinking for the long term. There's a lot of things that need to be done. And although, again, you can do it all, but you can't do it all by yourself. This phase, this transit is teaching you it's not about perfectionism. It's not about perfectionism. It's about developing your intuitive discernment. It's about developing your relationship with your spirit team, your spirit guide, and it's about developing your enhancing your spiritual authority. You've been taking it very easy on people, Virgo. Sometimes you got to show people what that left hand do. I don't know where that came from, but it's coming out. So with that being said, 555 with this Queen of Cups, it's like you have to actually sit with yourself, Virgo, and think about how these next level, this next phase in your life with these transitions, how is it going to become? You are a healer, right? But you have to be a healer with boundaries. You're not self-sacrificial. That's what this transit is calling you. How to become a healer with boundaries. How to be that healer with boundaries. How to be that person, that helper with boundaries. How to be you with boundaries. You're asked to work smarter, not harder. With that being said, I'm going to actually clarify this lovers a little bit more. Wheel of Fortune. Ace of Swords. Okay, I like this energy. And 10 of Coins. With that being said, you're on the right track, Virgo. But with that being said, you keep taking not the shortcut, but you keep taking a seat back. Just like humble. You're humble for no reason. You know enough to take the lead. You do enough to take the lead. However, you do give a lot of people credit where credit is not due. Just for the sake of saying, oh, it was a team effort, and we all did it. No. It's time for you to step into who you are in terms of an authority figure, a leadership role, because you do know a lot. Hell, you wrote it. You wrote the book. And it's like you're just giving it all the ideas away to the publisher and letting them publish it and say that it's their words with the help of Virgo. Meanwhile, Virgo did the whole research project, wrote it, and edited it, and give you the final draft. And then you give somebody else credit for it. That's insane. So with this transit, you can't do that no more. It's little things like that you can't do no more, and you're not going to get away with doing it. And the people around you are not going to get away with doing it to you either. So, once again, there's a lot of things that need to be addressed in terms of your spiritual hygiene, your spiritual routine. And these transits are going to call it out and point it out for you. All right? Virgo, I love you. This has been your reading in regards to these transitions. And I do hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day.